I am not going to rest until every single person in management at my miserable, worthless job is fired for what they did to me. The way that the people at the top treat us workers like we're peasants and animals is unacceptable. They are going to rue the day that they messed with Simon. Okay, I'm going to drive down to the corporate office, march in, and Hey guys, I'm sorry about that. I got a little too worked up. I had to cut the video off because I don't think I'm allowed to say that stuff. But yeah, the other day something happened to me at work that kind of frustrated me. If you haven't seen my past video, my work has basically turned into Nazi Germany, and the other day they held all of us in a hostage situation. So basically here's what happened. I had work at 4, so I'm driving there, and the weather is very bad outside, so it takes me a very long time. The 15-minute drive takes 25 minutes. So I show up maybe 4 minutes late or something at 4:04. I walk in and everybody greets me. I'm pretty well liked there. They're all like, "Hey Simon, hey." And they say, "Simon, we just opened." I was like, well, first of all, I thought they were making a joke that I was late or something. I was like, that's not cute, guys. This is not the day. I'm in no mood right now. But no, they kept insisting, like, yeah, Simon, we just opened. Usually we open at 11, but they told me that a pipe had burst. It was so cold that a pipe burst and exploded at 1 o'clock, and they've been closed ever since. It is so unbelievably cold here that a pipe exploded and burst. If you are watching this in the month that this video comes out, there is a horrible winter storm, and I keep seeing people making fun of it and saying that it was exaggerated. If you're one of those people, genuinely shut the fuck up. I had 0 classes last week. They canceled every single day. I have a geographic information systems class I'm supposed to be doing labs for. I have no idea what the fuck I'm supposed to be doing because I haven't been to class a single fucking time. I have to shovel my car out of the snow for 30 minutes every single morning. And I'm a server. My job is based on tips, so people aren't coming in. I'm not making any money. My next video will be filmed in a goddamn homeless shelter! Hey guys, I'm sorry again. I got a little worked up. Sometimes I just get really emotional and have some trouble calming down. I lit this coconut water plus orchid candle to try and calm me down, and also because it's so goddamn fucking cold outside that I'm trying to warm my hands. Anyways, they told me the pipe burst at 1, and it was 4 at this point when I walked in, so they've been closed for 3 hours, and I immediately thought they were jerking my chain off, because I was like, that doesn't make any sense. If the pipe burst at 1, and it's 4 right now, they would have obviously sent you all home, and they would have called me off. We wouldn't still be here. Wrong. They made every single person, 35 people at least on staff, because we usually have 20 servers for a night. Then there's the entire kitchen, there's an expo, there's a host, there's a to-go, there's a manager. It's probably closer to 40 people in that restaurant every single night. And they kept them all there for the possibility that they could fix this exploded pipe and they could send us all back to work. The story doesn't stop there. The greed doesn't stop there. But I want to explain that as a server, the only money you make is based on tips. So your hourly wage is usually about $2 an hour. So they kept these people here prisoner. This is what I have to mention. Since the pipe burst, there was no running water. You could not wash your hands, you could not drink, you could not use the bathroom, and they could not make any food. Except they kept making food for to-go orders, which is a clear health code violation because the workers, the cooks, the kitchen could not wash their hands without running water. So they were serving these probably E. coli infested ribeyes, but who gives a fuck because we're making money. But yeah, so this whole time, these 3 hours that they're keeping people here, these people aren't getting paid at all. The managers are in a great mood because they're still making their $20 an hour or whatever, or probably $30 fucking an hour. But we're sitting there and we're making 2. But you know what? I was like, you know what? They fixed the pipe. I came in at 4. Apparently they fixed the pipe at 4 right when I walked in. So I was like, we're going to be fine. Wrong. By 4:05, the pipe burst again. The pipe burst again as soon as I walked in. It was less than a minute between them telling me that a pipe had burst, that it was fixed, and that it had now broken again. At this point, you'd be like, surely, the pipe has fucking exploded 2 times. Surely they're gonna send us home now. No. No, because why wouldn't they keep fucking 40 people hostage in this restaurant? Like I said, no food, no water, no bathroom, no nothing. Fucking kill yourself. The fucking heater was turned off, so we're all freezing in this restaurant. The plumber was already down the street, and what I assumed they did was they just called him and told him to turn around. So we're just sitting there in disbelief, like, there's no way they're gonna keep us here for, like, more than an hour. 1 hour rolls by. It's 5 o'clock. We're all just sitting there in fairly good spirits still at this point. We're just, like, playing games and stuff. And they're like, okay, the plumber's gonna be back, and we're gonna have the pipes fixed by, 5:30 or whatever. 5:20 rolls around, and we hear that the plumber is 30 minutes away. It's like, at this point, the dinner rush would have started by now. It's usually like 5 to 8. By the time he gets here in 30 minutes, it's going to be 6. By the time he fixes it at 7, we're only open until 11 o'clock. So what? We're waiting here all fucking day. It's not busy from 11 to 1, which is when we were open before the pipe exploded. My friends who I was talking to said between those 2 hours, they only had 3 tables. So we haven't made any money at all. From 11 to 4, you still decide to keep people here. And then from 4, like the earliest estimates we were going to get this thing fixed was 7 o'clock. From 4 to 7, how many fucking hours is that? Is that 8 hours that you're just keeping people prisoner for the possibility that you can reopen for the dinner rush and make like a couple $1,000s? This is the thing. I'm pretty sure from what I heard, our store owner called like the store manager, there's like the store owner, there's like the managers, then there's the store owner, like the training coordinator is right here. Then there's, the managers, store owner, store manager. And this guy's name, I'm going to call him Douchebag. Douchebag was called by the store owner and was like, I think she straight up asked, like, can we send these people home? He said, absolutely not. You are going to keep them there. I'm going to send armed guards to keep your servers in their goddamn seats. So that's what happened. And at this point, I'm losing hope. There's like, if we fix a pipe and it broke 2 seconds later, how is it not just going to break again immediately? And we were scheming at the time. We were like, okay, if they actually fucking fix this thing, we're going to the bathrooms and we're turning on every sink. We're flushing every toilet. We're going to get this thing to burst again so we can all go home. But even if we did that, I bet if it burst a 3rd time, I swear to God, we are not going home. They're going to keep us there with our jobs as a ransom. So I'm giving up hope at this point. So I asked to hit my coworker's pen. Or weed pen. Or their weed pen. I don't want to get them in trouble. Work, if you're watching this, there were no weed pens smoked that day. This is all hypothetical. Hypothetically, I took my coworker's weed pen and I hit it 14 times in the bathroom. I'm sure that looks suspicious because the bathroom wasn't even running at this point. Why did Simon go into the bathroom and come out with his eyes bloodshot? But it's fine. Nobody cared. Usually, I don't like to get too inebriated at work, but this was what was going on in my head. It was, 6 o'clock at this point or something. I've been sitting there for 2 hours. Some people have been sitting there for 5 hours, doing absolutely nothing, making $2 an hour. So I was like, you know what? We're just going to be trapped here, and there's no way they're going to get this pipe working again. We're all going to be sent home probably in like an hour and a half. So I walk out of the bathroom, I'm basically greening out, and I sit down, and I'm absolutely tweaking, and I think that, like, my coworkers are all conspiring to kill me or something. I was really tweaking out. Like, this one girl, I thought she was staring at me, and I was like, what? So, it was kind of bad. It was low-key kind of bad. But I was like, I'm not going to have to drive or do anything for at least another 2 hours. Once the dinner rush is hypothetically like over, once we have waded through what the dinner rush would have been, they're gonna let us go home, right? The boss steps out. She's like, we're opening in 15 minutes. Let's go. I almost tackled her. It was the energy that she came out with. It was the carefreeness. It was almost a scolding energy that she was like, the energy was like, get off your lazy asses and get to work right now. As if we haven't been trapped for so long. People were going psychotic. They were jumping up on tables. They were like screaming. I think somebody cried at some point. It was like 20 more minutes. It would have been like the Stanford prison experiment. 40 minutes, someone would have killed themselves. You would have found me hanging in the bathroom. And she was just like, let's go. Get up off your lazy fucking asses and let's go. We have to serve these customers. And here's another thing. Whatever wing-ding dumbass was the manager that night forgot to turn off the wait list online. So people were trying to, well, first of all, there were people like clawing at the doors basically the whole time that we were there, because where I work, it's a big chain. People are fucking maniacs for where we work. I guess not during the slow season for some reason. I guess it was only this day, because we've been slow all week. But the one time we were closed, people were clawing at the door, trying to get in every 2 seconds. And whoever the manager was forgot to turn off the ability for people to make reservations online. So the second we opened, at one point, I think they were trying to call people to like let them know they couldn't come. But at one point we had 200 people on the wait with a broken water pipe. So the second we opened, I had 3 tables within 20 minutes, and I was practically greening out at the table. I'm sure nobody got the right thing that night, but I didn't give a fuck, and nobody else did. But yeah, basically we ended up opening at 7, so I was sitting there doing nothing for 3 hours. Some people were sitting there doing nothing for 6, and it just felt like a nightmare. Every single person in the restaurant was like, I cannot believe that we are open and having to serve tables right now. This is unbelievable. And here's another thing. Every single glass of water that we poured, it was like milky and white. It wasn't even aerated. We would like try and stir it to get all the bubbles out. It was this milky white, disgusting substance. So we were serving this like chemical radiation water to people all night. It was just insane. I'm sure there was probably like ringworm in the water or something. I drank it because at that point I hadn't drank a thing but apple juice for the last 3 hours, because that's the only like other drink we had. I was so thirsty and trying to drink as little of the water as I could because it looked like it was taken from a swamp, because there was a burst pipe, and I don't know, there was like dirt, backed up, dirty, broken, busted lead pipe water that we were serving to people. So yeah, I got there at 4, we opened at 7, and I was there till 10:30. Guess how much I made? We only make money from tips. Guess how much I made? $60 for being there for 6.5 hours. I'll put the calculation for however much that is. This one girl was there from 11 to like 9. So what is that? 10 hours. Or like 11 to 8, 9 hours. She made $90. It's just like, you kept these people here prisoner, so you yourself, in the corporate office, probably sucking your own dick, could open for the lunch rush and make a quick, like, couple $1,000. It's just greed. That's what it is. And I don't know what I'm going to do. I might file a health code violation. I'm just worried that that's going to make us all lose our jobs. But somebody needs to be fired for this, because it was ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. That whole time I was just like praying to God, like, why couldn't I have gotten into a car crash today instead of coming here? And what made me most upset was the managers of the attitude during that time. Like I said earlier, the attitude of the managers was stop complaining, get off your lazy ass, go serve these customers, and do it with a smile on your face. As if we weren't exhausted beyond belief at this point. Just sitting and doing nothing, not being able to leave. I've already said this 100 times. No food, no water, no bathroom, no nothing. And you want me to smile. It's just conceited, it's greedy, and it's rude. And I need someone fired, and I'm not gonna rest. I'm probably not actually gonna do anything, but I just needed someone to complain to. Let me know what you thought of this video, guys, and let me know if you've ever had to deal, what the worst thing you've ever had to deal with in your workplace was. Let me know in the comments below. And please subscribe. We are at 27 subscribers out of our 1,000 subscribers by what is it? February, March. By March 25th, we're gonna have 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys. Simon 1 billion to the moon.